something that we have to do. There's no choice. But it's just that we don't understand what is love. Because in the world that we have, there are different, all kinds of love. And sometimes we go into the wrong places to find this love because everybody responds to love. Everybody wants to be loved. There's nobody that can resist true love because it's very scarce in the world. There are all kinds of love. We're going to get there. But God said the only way that all of us as believers, as God's children, can be together is if we love one another. He said, dear friend, let us Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Break That Cycle. Today, I'm so excited to have in the house Chanei. Chanei is the founder of Emberly Minds, a program that is meant to help young people, teenagers, overcome mental health. So today, we would like to meet you, Chanei. We just want you to, introduce yourself to us, your name, your age, and when Emberly Minds started, what motivated you to start the Emberly Minds?
Thank you so much for having me. I am, Chanei and I'm 16 now. And I started the project this year actually. It's still a baby project. We are still
Wow.
growing. And I started the Emberly Minds out of actually a very personal space. I was struggling with my own mental health and I saw so many of my friends struggling. And I started with the Signal Hill program and I was like, wait, I need to show this to my friends because this is just amazing. And I wanted to show it to my friend and she couldn't do it because she didn't have internet access. And I decided I'm going to make the change I need.
Wow.
So that's where the Emberly Mind started.
That's exciting. If we look at young people in South Africa and maybe around the world, what is the percentage of young people going through mental health challenges and maybe they're aware or not even aware that they're going through such challenges? What is the percentage?
A recent study showed that 60% of teens in South Africa have struggled with their mental health at some time. So
Wow, that's huge, 60%. But what help is there for many of these young people to be able to maybe access professional help in managing their mental health?
luckily, our mental health communities are growing. So the schools at least have counselors. I don't know if everybody knows about that, but most schools have counselors to help teens. We have youth groups, churches, and online, I think, is the thing for Gen Z, is so many resources we have online that can help them.
Well,
And then, of course, the Emberly Minds.
Emblem Minds. So the Emblem Minds is a program that you personally designed to help young people. How does it work? Or did you?
Well, it's complicated.
Okay.
So
So please tell us. We'd like to know.
I started with the Signal Hill Canada. It's a community online
Okay.
that made a curriculum by professionals for teens. So
Okay.
it's professionally designed for specific age groups. So they designed it, and my only thing is I translate it because, well, we're South Africa. We are so diverse. And I print it, and we get trained facilitators to give it through to the teens.
How is the
So-
program helping young people overcome that mental health challenges?
Well, the curriculum is made to help teens learn about their identity, self-worth, confidence, managing day-to-day relationships. And the thing is, it's also support. It's meeting fellow people in your community and a trusted adult that you can actually talk with and ask questions. So I think it really helps to just have that community as well.
Well, looking at many of the young people you've worked with, maybe people in your age group or maybe a little bit younger, what are some of the patterns that you've seen that young people are struggling with emotionally?
Oh, I must say, it's definitely that they don't seek support always.
Okay.
It's sometimes not knowing where to go, and I think it's also sometimes we judge each other. I
Mm.
think we're so scared of being judged that as a society we started judging each other. And I
Mm.
think that kind of links with not wanting to get better or wanting to seek help
Mm.
because of judgment.
But looking at the root cause of mental health, um, what what in your personal experience, what do you think is the cause? Is it the parent, the society, peer pressure? What are some of the things that we can, say is at the the root cause of mental health among young people?
I would say the lack of education around mental health and how to manage it.
Mm.
Because I think everybody is going to go through something with their mental health, regardless if you are a billionaire
Mm.
or if you're in a school or if you do homeschooling or whatever. I think it's the lack of education of, hey, this is how to manage your emotions, this is how to learn who you are.
Mm.
I think it's really, we need to educate our children more.
Well, it's really amazing because personally, I know I'm racing to okay, one is about to be a teenager. I have a teenager in the house, and I know that sometimes, I mean, Joshua and I we talk a lot, especially when we drive into school. We have time where we have a personal discussion. How do you think like parents can be involved in knowing what is going on with their children mentally? Do you think that children actually trust their parents to open up about their mental issues?
Well, me personally, I don't think teens really want to open up to their parents
Mm.
because, let's be real, there's so much stress in a household, and so many times you can't go to your parents and be like, I struggle with this.
Mm.
So I don't think it's really easy. It's not the thing, it's not always the parents' fault. I think it's sometimes the teens that just struggle to open up. And I
Mm.
think if there's not tools implemented in a household, it gets really hard.
Mm.
So I think.
So you like have like bottled emotions where so how can what condition can parents actually put in place to allow their teenagers to open up, to speak, because I believe that even if the teenager can seek for help outside, they should be able to get the help they need in house first before they start looking outside for help. What can parents do? What can we do as parents to gain the trust of our children, of our teenagers?
I think personally, it's a lot about communication styles and it's a lot
Mm.
about also building trust. I think from a very young age, it should be implemented to build trust around emotions and also
Mm.
sharing your own emotions.
Mm.
Something that worked really well for me and my mom was we would have a little book. It was a yellow little book, and we
Okay.
would write in everything we wanted because we couldn't talk face to face.
Mm.
So if I was like having a bad day, I would write everything in there, and then I would go
Mm.
give her the book, and whatever's said in the book is not allowed to be talked face to face, and then it
Wow.
would get done like that. So, but I think it's really each family has a way to work with communication.
Yeah, that's amazing. I used to have a friend. I did a school in YWAM called Family Ministry School, and in my class, I have a friend who came from Holland. Uh, when he was narrating some of the challenges he faced, the one thing that he said that many parents don't pay attention to is that in their family they are not allowed to express their emotion, especially if you're a man. You are not allowed to cry, so I think some of these things build up, like when you are adult, you have adults who cannot actually feel, empathy for what other people are going through because it's not allowed to show emotion at home. So how can parents allow their children to show their emotion, or like what can we do? You're a teenager, so so
I'm still also
yeah,
learning. I
yeah.
think it's really about allowing them to feel without sometimes a lecture.
Mm.
I think so many times teens just want to be heard.
Okay.
I think parents' instinct is to help and try and fix it, and sometimes I think teens just want to be heard and
Mm.
acknowledged of their pain.
Mm.
So I think it's starting to just, and also showing your own emotions is important, I think.
Yes. So with all the noise that we've seen online, where do you think that young people can actually find a safe space? Because there's a lot of programs online that, a lot of things that young people can actually see, because somebody said that if you don't create a safe space at home. There are people outside of the home that may want to provide advice for your teenager, and some of them end up getting the wrong advice. So where do you think that young people can would be their go-to, the first place they can go to? I know many people have support structure in the church, for example, or in the mosque. Some trust in some schools. We have counselors, but where do you think a teenager should be the very first place they can go to seek help when they struggle emotionally?
Well, like you said, youth groups, and I think a lot of teens find so much support in their religion, school counselors, and I think friends, and sometimes a safe adult, like an older person that can help find that support when necessary. Because, well, each community is different. So, and then of course, the Emberly Minds is also a very good place to
Yeah,
find your support.
I would still love I would still love to hear more about the Emberly Minds. May, if you don't mind, can you tell us about the program that that you're currently running in communities? How does it work? How what is the focus of the program? How is the program helping young people to overcome mental challenges? What is the focus of the program?
So the focus of the program is emotional well-being, and
Okay.
currently for teens only, because, well, you know, it's my passion.
Okay.
And we train facilitators, so adults
Okay.
and only adults, to run small group workshops in their community
Okay.
once a week for a whole year.
Okay.
Because I think we need to build trust with our teens to get to know them.
Yeah.
And the curriculum, like I said, it is done by professionals to help them through topics that aren't always talked at home and so on. So that's what we do. And we do it all with the right resources and the people.
So do you have facilitators? How do you present the program yourself, or do you have people that you train to facilitate the program? How does it work?
So we train the facilitators, adults, and then we give them the curriculum, which they
Okay.
can give to the teens in their community in their language.
Okay.
And then, like, the curriculum is done by Signal Hill.
Okay.
So everything is done by professionals, and no teen is looking after another teen. It's
Okay.
all done by adults.
So how widespread is the training? What is your focus, your reach? How many people have you reached up until now with the program? How are people embracing the program?
Well, we've only started this year, but we have spread out quite well here in the Gordons Bay and Strand and area, and we're
Okay.
also starting in Limpopo so far. So it is really amazing, and each facilitator gets 10 teens. So it is quite a reach we've gotten, which is amazing.
So have you gotten? Yeah, I know you said you have a spread in Gordons Bay, Limpopo. Have you gotten any feedback from the program? How is the program changing young people's lives?
Some of the girls, we had one of our workshops that I was personally by. We could see on the things that they answered before and after how much better they started knowing themselves.
Okay.
And how much more comfortable they felt. You can always see their faces, the trust they started to build, and they started to connect with each other as
Okay.
well.
Wow.
So you could really see the effect it has on them.
That's amazing. I hope this program can actually spread like fire to all the schools in South Africa. So because I've been running this program called Break That Cycle since last year. My wife and I, she has a degree in counseling, and our focus is to help young people, not just young people. We work also with adult to help them break the cycle of poverty, addiction in particular. Because I'm looking at the synergy between breaking the cycle and mental health. They kind of work, hands in hand. They
They
work
do.
together. So we have a passion to see people break free from generational issues, curses, and all of that. So, when we look at the issue of mental health, how can this play a role in helping people break free from? Because I believe that many of the young people that are now struggling with mental health actually have parents also who are
It is
struggling
like that.
who are struggling with mental health. So how can we break this cycle? Not just with teenagers, but also with parents, with mommies and daddies.
I think education, I will always say education is key, and also acknowledgement, because I think that's the amazing thing of breaking the cycle is you can acknowledge it, you can learn, and then you can help your kids one day. And
Okay.
you can, it's all about mental health is always going to be a problem. But if we can educate ourselves and we can learn, we can get better.
Man, so do you have a program of reaching out to parents, maybe in the future? Because now I know it's about teenagers.
Maybe.
Okay, but at this moment, there's no program designed for parents to, because I think it might be a good idea if you have program designed for both the teenager and the parents to be able to work together. Maybe like an homework they can do together.
Maybe.
Yeah. So think about it. As we close, if you could give one advice to a teenager struggling with mental health, what will it be?
You're not alone.
Hmm.
I would say that you're not alone. Somewhere out there, there is help for you, and there is somebody that's also going through it. So you will find support if you need it.
Amen. And if anybody wants to sign up for the program, the Emberly Minds program, how can they reach you? Are you on Facebook, on Twitter?
I
Where?
am on Instagram, the
Okay.
Emberly Minds, and I'm also my email is theemberlyminds@gmail.com. So I am reachable there. You can find me.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in this week's edition of Break That Cycle. We are so happy to have Chanei in the house sharing about mental health among young people. We know this is an issue among teenagers in South Africa. Our hope is that many people watching this program can actually feel the connection, with Chanei and be able to find help they need. Help is somewhere for you. You can break free from from mental health challenges, and I believe the help is there for you to get it. So as you're watching, please just share this video with as many people as possible and leave a comment. If you need help, we can connect you with the right people. And for those of you that have been watching the program, we want to say thank you to you, and we'd love to see you again. Bye.